Hello everyone, welcome to this week's video where I will give you a little lesson. Hopefully you'll get a little bit out of it. It was fun making this for you. Well, actually, I made it for me initially because I didn't really know until several days ago that I would make it into this week's video. It's a lesson in aperture, how to set your aperture to get the star effect on your Christmas lights. And we're just going to pull up let's just go through these images real quick. I started at we're going to bring this one up first at f2.8. And it was recorded or photographed with my RF70-200 lens. f2.8 was the aperture setting on this particular image. There is my shutter speed and the ISO. Basically, all that will be the same on the rest of the images. But this image here, you can see, and when I did this, I was learning. I'm still learning, of course. I'm always learning more about photography. But in this particular instance, I was hoping to get that star effect on the lights. You know, it comes out and you got these rays coming out from it. It looks really cool. So I did a little research and read, and you have to close down your aperture. And in the beginning, when I was learning aperture, ISO, and shutter speed, all that, the aperture numbers were confusing because it just seemed like it was the opposite. Like f2.8, well, that should be your smallest aperture. You know, it's a small number. So your aperture opening would be tiny or smaller, but it's not. It's just the opposite. The smaller the number, the wider your aperture is open. And, you know, that just took me some time to get used to. And I'm sure other photographers probably thought the same thing, the beginners. So I decided, well, I'm gonna close the aperture down a little bit more. And so the next image, I shot at f6.3. For some reason, I didn't go to f4 or 5, and I just went up to f6.3. And you really, I don't know, can you see a little bit of the star thing starting to come up on these? A little bit, I guess. But still, though, I wanted to have that effect more prominent. So what I did was I increased it to f9. And yeah, it's starting to get there. And before I go on to the lower aperture opening, for some reason, Lightroom here. This is Lightroom. It's not Lightroom Classic. This is Lightroom, the desktop. When I brought these images in, and then one thing I like about Lightroom desktop, it's just like a browser, really. You can just go and find any of your images you have just by clicking on the local tab. And of course, you got the cloud tab too. Oh, isn't that neat? Look, there's me playing my djembe with some friends. But the local tab, you can go and just anywhere. It's just folders. You don't have to import anything, which when Lightroom made this new feature in their, I don't know, update last year or something, I changed my workflow. So to get back to this, the aperture setting f9 on this one. And so I went up, what did I go to? This is f13. I think I went to f10 along here somewhere. But f13, they're starting to come in really nice on these. You can see the little star effect, the little light rays coming out from the lights. And so I wanted to, experiment further. And I went up, well, there's f10, so not as prominent as f13, but still, you get the effect there. And so I went up to, here's f16, and you're really starting to get the effect nicely when you close that aperture down further. So that's F16, and what do we have here? Here's F22, and that's really getting those light rays going good, and looking really cool, really Christmassy. And I hope you all are ready for Christmas and getting ready to enjoy the holiday season. I hope you've been good boys and girls, because Santa makes that list. Okay, so this is F22, and what did I do here? I went to F32. Okay, this is the highest or the lowest, depending on however you want to look at it. This is the smallest aperture F32 on my 70 to 200. So we have the light rays really, really nice, showing up really nice throughout just about every one of them. And my focus point, I'm not sure where my focus point was, but at this aperture, most everything in the image is going to be in focus. Is it going to be in sharp, clear focus? No. But really, at this point in the game, I wasn't looking to have every, one single thing in focus. Just the lights. It's just pretty. It would make a good wallpaper image if you want to do that. And this is F11, and here's F32 again, which I settled on F32 because I just thought that was the prettiest indication, or the prettiest image with the light rays coming out. And you can try it on other images with these with that has lights. It don't have to be Christmassy lights. I took a photo. I don't have it up here, but I was on it was a wharf down in South Carolina, and it was kind of dusky towards evening, and the lights along the wharf were on. And actually, that's when I first started noticing how that effect is on lights when you have your aperture shut down to a low f-stop. So anyway, do some experimenting if you want to learn more about it yourself. Of course, the best experience you can get is the experience you do yourself, and hopefully this little video here will it'll pique your interest, and you'll want to go out and in front of your Christmas tree. You can just stand there in front of it, or if you have a tripod, just set it on the tripod and do your own experiment. Start at the lowest or the highest, F2 or F4, whatever you have, and just go on up. Bring the images into whatever photo editing software you have, and do like I did here. Just go through and kind of see which images you think look the nicest and the sharpest with that star effect on them. So thanks for watching. I appreciate it. And until next time, until next video, why don't y'all just be easy? Peace.